Hey, Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and I'm restoring one of the coolest axes I've ever restored. You want a sneak peek? Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Check this out. I was working in my driveway, postman pulls up and drops off this lovely package all the way from Bulgaria. And my Cyrillic's not very good, but if I'm not mistaken, that says Bulgarsky Poshi Yad, which probably means Bulgarian post office or something like that. Well guys, let's see what's inside this thing. Oh ho! This thing smells like cigars and unfiltered tobacco. You just see some old Bulgarian guy sitting smoking in his workshop. Oh, this is a bearded hatchet or a goose wing hatchet. It's got an awesome shape to the blade. It's got a little bit of an offset like a hewing axe. Yeah, check it out. It's really hard to see, but it looks like somebody crudely etched their initials in the blade in Cyrillic. It's all dented in right here. Looks like someone's been beating on the back of it with a hammer. It's asymmetrical. It's, you know, kind of flat on this side, and then it's got this step right there. And the handle is not exactly in very deeply. A little bit of pitting from rust. But guys, this is a cool little hatchet. And frankly, I love how beat up it is. I'm not sure what the handle's made out of, but it looks like some piece of scrap wood that somebody just whittled down to a handle. It's probably just been used as a splitting maul. Just put it down, whack on the end, and that's why they never bothered to put a wedge in there. Well guys, this is gonna be a pretty cool little project. So I gotta put some thought into what I want to do with this, and I'm gonna do something pretty special with this, I think. Well, first things first, I'm gonna try to get this dent out of the back of the axe head, and for that, I'm gonna heat up the forge. There we go. Putting an axe head like this in the fire is a great way to take the rust off. However, there's a big downside. When an axe maker or a blacksmith creates this steel, he heat treats it. He heats it up to a very specific temperature. He cools it down in a very specific way, and he may even do what's called tempering, which is a process of lessening the hardness of the steel to avoid brittleness. Now, each type of steel, and there's many, many different types of steel, is heated and cooled and tempered in a different way. And I have no clue what type of steel this is. And depending on what type of steel it is, I may have messed it up a whole bunch, or maybe I didn't. It's really hard to tell. So one of the things I'm going to do to try to gauge the condition of this steel is I'm going to test it with the file. I'm going to take my file and I'm going to rub it along the edge and see how much material it takes off. Does it skate across the edge of the blade, or does it dig in and take pieces off? Then I'm going to go ahead and heat treat this by heating it up and dipping it in some peanut oil, and I'm going to test it again with the file to try to gauge the condition. If it comes off too hard, I then might do a tempering process. So we're gonna see what happens. Well, even after being through the forge a couple times, this steel is maintaining its hardness pretty well. It is coming off with the file, but we're gonna go ahead and work the edge with the belt grinder, get it all shaped up the way we want, and then I'm gonna heat treat the blade. When you use fire to remove rust from steel, you get this red oxidization that pops up all over the steel. It's kind of cool looking, actually. Look at that big old crack right there in the blade. Looks like it's a delamination, so the crack goes this way instead of down. So odds are it won't cause us any trouble. Seen a lot of blades with cracks in them. Never had one break in two yet. This could be the first, but I'm not terribly worried about this thing. All right, go time. When I tested the blade after quenching it, it really hadn't changed its hardness, which led me to believe that this was probably mild steel, which isn't affected or hardened by quenching. But that's pretty common with these old European axes. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna go and knock off this scale with this wire brush here. See what happens. All right, that's not looking too bad at all. Now let's get working on the handle. I've got here a piece of exotic hardwood called Cadillac. It's one of the hardest hardwoods in the world. I think it's like the 13th hardest in the world or something like that. It's a dark, beautiful, beautiful wood. This piece is meant for turning and it's covered in paraffin. But this thing is going to look gorgeous when we get it all shaped up. Fitting the axe handle to the eye is the most difficult part of this whole process. These hand forged axes are not symmetrical. They're not a consistent shape. So you just got to kind of carve the axe handle as best you can and really slowly and carefully through trial and error try to get the tightest fit possible. You slip it on as best you can, jam it on until it sticks, and then pull it off and see where the marks are at, and that'll tell you where you need to take off material. After you fit the head on, you'll get these little marks where it's tightening up, and that's where you need to remove material. So right there, right down here, right down here, right down here. Well, there we go. That's looking pretty good. You like it? You think that looks good?
Yeah, I know. Make it.
Well, I like what I've got so far, but I need to stop and take a little break for dinner. So we're gonna go do that, and I'll pick this up in a little bit. Well, it's another beautiful day, and we are working on this bearded axe project again. I'm gonna start shaping the handle, getting all smooth and nice. For those of you who haven't been following our channel, you might be noticing my shiny new silver play button belt buckle, celebrating 100,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to check that video out, click the link. All right, let's get started on this handle. Well, that's not too bad. It's looking nice. That is a pretty piece of wood right there. All right, I want to do something cool with this sheath. So I've got this whetstone here, and I want to make a little pouch on the side of the sheath for the whetstone so that you can take it out, sharpen your blade up, put it back in. And to do that, I've got this wet piece of tool leather, and I'm going to wet form this around the whetstone to make the pouch. I can't make it too snug, otherwise I'll never be able to get the whetstone out. I am going to make a little spacer here. So I got this piece of cardboard around the top. All right, I got the little pocket formed. I just need to let it dry, and then we'll keep going on the sheath. Well, it's another beautiful day. I'm home from work, and we're gonna finish this sheath. All right, let's check it out. Okay.
Hey, you have the nice part.
Yeah, that looks good. Well, all right, that sheath looks pretty good, but let's put a finer edge on our axe, shall we? Let's get it razor sharp. Not the sharpest I've ever gotten an axe, but it'll do. Look at that. Well guys, I think that turned out beautifully. Look at that. That is good looking. Yeah, I really like how this turned out. Now technically speaking, this is the hewing axe. It's flat on one side and slightly offset, and the purpose of that is so that you can go and shave down the side of a log and make it nice and flat. But I think whoever had been using this lately, been using it to split wood because they'd been beaten so much on the back. They were going bam 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 and using it to split logs, which this will do as well. It's just a beautiful, fun axe. It still works good and it's cool. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do an axe giveaway, and I'm gonna do just that. I'm giving away this axe. However, I'm not gonna do it quite the way you wanted because I'm giving it away to my brother. My brother's a big outdoorsman, lives up in Alaska with most of my family, and he, I know, has been coveting some of these axes I've been restoring. So I wanted to do something nice for him and wanted to make one for him. So I'm gonna go slap this bad boy in the mail, and I'm gonna go send it to my sister-in-law and have her go surprise him with it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. That's a bearded axe. Look at that.
Oh, stinker.
That is awesome.
Uncle Stinker.
Thank you, Luke. This is awesome.
And hey.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, I have an entire playlist of axe restoration and tool restoration videos, and a lot more videos coming up, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you like these types of videos, make sure you click like so that I can know that that's what you want and we can do more in the future. Thanks for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more great videos from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe. We put out new videos every week, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you'll get notified when we put out another great video.